Today we're going to discuss the KTM SX version bikes with the air fork. A lot of people buy the bikes and they immediately want to get rid of the air fork. The air fork actually works pretty good in stock form, actually with little modifications and some valving, they can actually work pretty good. But you still have the inconsistency of the air, the inconsistency of the way they work, and people don't like dealing with that. And the spring fork does give you a little bit plusher ride on the little choppy stuff, and I think overall it's a better fork. So here's what we take out of your WP forks when we put the KYB conversion in. There are also multiple different kind of conversion kits. I'll have to say the favorite is the KYB conversion. So here's what we take out. We take your stock lugs off if you're using the KYB. They can stay on with the Öhlins and the WP. On your stock WP forks, this is the air fork, and this is the dampening fork. There's no spring on either side. This creates all the dampening. This air fork, that acts as your spring. It holds the bike up. When we get done with this, you have dampening in both fork tubes, springs in both fork tubes, compression on top, rebound on bottom. So we're gonna change it out with the KYB conversion. And here's the trick thing that a lot of people don't know about this conversion. It does not come set up for you. So basically, it comes with this chamber. Already has the dampening rod with mid-speed valving, rebound valving, but these are out of a YZ2. This is out of a YZ250F 2013-14 year. So they combine a bunch of parts to get the right lengths and the right sizes that'll work with the WP tubes. So this actually has the YZ250F mid-speed and rebound valving in it. So we usually change the valving in here, and also the kit comes with different length of dampener rods. This is YZ450F dampener rods from a different year. They're a little bit longer. They're like a 5mm difference in length of this rod to this rod. So depending on how long your forks are. And then the top is basically, if you read it on the thing, it's basically 2012 KX450. That's why it's the nice blue color. It comes out of a 2012 KX450. Now this is valved for the 2012 KX450. So obviously we go in there and modify the valving for the KTM, whether it's a 300, 450, whatever the bike is and how much you weigh and how fast you are and the type of riding you do. So it does need to be revalved. This is not it's not a setup for you type thing. You can put it all together and it'll work okay, but to make it work right, you need to revalve it. And it also comes with the billet lugs. These lugs are basically works of art. They're all billet aluminum, really nice lugs. These take the place of these. So basically you have to use these, and they actually screw on to the top, to the WP chrome fork tubes. They screw right on, and it allows you to adapt the KYB stuff into this lug. And the kit also includes everything you need. It includes bottoming cones, all the O-rings, the bottom rebound clicker, everything you need to convert this to a KYB fork basically is in the kit. It comes with the springs. Now when you order it, you have to know what you're doing because you have to order the proper spring rates that you need. Like I was ordering this for a 180-pound guy, I ordered 4/8 springs. And it's on a 350. So depending on the bike, the weight, everything, you have to punch in the spring rate you want, and that comes in the kit. So it's a really good kit. Basically, you have KYB forks when you're done. Everything internally is KYB.